Hi, how's it going? This is Resident of Collinwood here here today, and I'm here to do a video like no other. Um, I did this on my old channel once, and this was a game me and my brother used to play. It was called What If, and we would come up with what if scenarios for movies or cartoons or just movies in general or just sports. Um, that's just who we were. We would get bored alone in car rides when he was driving or I was riding alone or just when we were riding with our parents. And so we came up with this game. And I really missed playing it with him because it was just a lot of fun. That's another reason. So my what if today is, what if someone else was cast to play Freddy Harris in Halloween Resurrection? Now, I have no problem with the way Busta Rhymes did it, or what he did, or the fact that he was cast. But what sparked this what if was many people seem to, or just have an issue with the way he did it. So what I did was, on my Facebook page, I put, what if someone else was cast but played it the exact same way, played the character the exact same way he did? So I have a list of actors and rappers who are actors, and I'm going to rattle them off here and play what if. So first up, Samuel L. Jackson. So what if Samuel L. Jackson was cast as Freddie Harris instead of Busta Rhymes, and he played it the exact same way? Would people have had a problem with it? No. I'm going to say not, because I think the biggest issue with this casting, I don't think this is a white-black issue. And I think this is he's a rapper issue. And this happens. This is what I call stereotype casting. He was put in a stereotypical situation, and he played the part the best of his ability. If anything you want to accuse Busta Rhymes of, it's overselling and, over trying the role, which I don't fault him for at all. Look, he's supposed to do a job and he did it, plain and simple. I don't blame him for that. It's like Will Patton. I don't blame Will Patton for his performance in the new Halloween. I don't hate Will Patton's performance. I just hate the fact that the producers did not help him with a flashback sequence, considering he was a new character. Go take a look at that Freddie Harris character Busta Rhymes played. Did they help him enough? Could he have been helped more by the writers or production? I'm sure he could have. I'd always like to think writers primarily could do more with a character but I think what the writers were really going for with Freddie Harris, really, and I know I'm getting away from what this video is, it's what if. My what if with the writers is, what if they gave him more of a background and a lot more dialogue? Would that have hurt the character? And my answer to that is no. I don't think it would have. I think if you give him more of a background story, a better build, then this character is going to come across better. Again, I don't think that's Busta Rhymes' fault. I think, in my opinion, Busta Rhymes was told to freestyle. And I think that's exactly what he did do. And I can't fault someone for freestyling. If you have a God-given ability to freestyle. I'm going to use an example, and I know I plug him on here a good bit, but when I was writing my Halloween 9 story, I wanted Darnell Weeks to play Derek Thompson. He has such a gifted voice and a gifted ability, but what I love his ability to do is he knows how to freestyle too. I want someone with that ability. That way, if they see something I don't as a writer, if they look at that script and say, you know what, I'd like to add this, they'd add it. And I'd have no problem with that, because I'm going to stress something. And this is sort of what I touched on with Jonathan Frid. Jonathan Frid saw something in Barnabas Dan Curtis didn't. That's a prime example right there. Sometimes the actor sees something the writer does not. And it just generally happens. It's not necessarily something the writer just didn't write down, it's just he didn't think of it. And it happens. It happens with me too. I don't think of everything. I'd like to think I do, but I know I don't. And I don't. I don't think of every little thing. I sit there and think and think and think, but I don't come up with it all. And I don't, I'm not perfect. No one is. But there's times, though, that you need to let the actor ad lib or freestyle, whatever choice you want to say. So I think, what if Sam Jackson would have taken this role? Again, I think people would have had a less problem with it if, you cast as Sam Jackson. I guarantee you, if Samuel Jackson is doing the same exact lines, the same exact movements, no one is saying jack or shit about it. I guarantee you. And I just think that has to do with the fact that Busta Rhymes is a rapper. And I think that's very wrong and very stereotypical. Again, I don't like that because, look, the guy is there to sell. He's not... Name me one time in that video, that movie, he's a rapper. He's not. He is the character Freddie Harris. And he's trying to add his own style and blend to that character. That's an actor's job, really. That's what they're supposed to do. And again, another what if, to sort of throw it. What if Busta Rhymes and LL Cool J had swapped positions? So let's put Busta Rhymes in the role of security guard in H2O, and let's put LL Cool J in the position of Busta Rhymes in Halloween Resurrection. If LL Cool J played that character the exact same way Busta Rhymes did, are you going to have a problem with it? No. And here's the thing. LL Cool J is a rapper. He's also a hip-hop artist, but he does rap. But that's the thing. I think it's just, when people looked at Busta Rhymes, they just could not see past the persona of a rapper. And that's, I don't think this is I don't think this is a white-black thing. I do think with some people it is. There is that percentage. But that percentage to me is just ignorant. If you want to be that ignorant and make it about white and black, don't involve yourself in this conversation at all, because I'll just block your ass. That's number one. I don't accept racism on any level, because I was not taught to be racist. My mom always taught me to treat others as you want to be treated, and try to treat everyone equally. I'm not better than anyone else, but I'm no worse than anyone else either. And that's something I was taught as a kid by my mother. And that's the thing. If Busta Rhymes, and I'm going to get to what they should have did a little bit here later in this video. This video is going to be a little long, so I apologize. I just think Busta Rhymes, again, did the best that he could. And I love the martial arts sequence between him and Michael, what he did. I love that, because here's the thing. Going into that, here's how I viewed Freddie Harris. First impression, when I saw, I'm like, man, this guy's a money. And there are white characters like this too. This guy is out for the money, and he's a dick. And there are white characters like that too in movies where you go, that guy's a dick, and they're out for money. But what really made me love him just in a snap of my fingers was that, Sarah Moyer is the only girl left alive, and he does not have to come back and save her. He could have just left, but he does, and that's what made me love his character so much. It's like, holy shit, he came back. Like, I was generally shocked he did, because if that were me, I'm leaving her ass. I'm leaving, man. I would go. But he didn't, and I found that so compelling and so interesting that he did that, and that was so cool. And again, instead of looking at something like that, people just choose to look at, oh, he karate kicked Michael Myers. Okay, In Halloween H2O, Laurie Strode throws a karate kick to the midsection. I never heard one person bitch about that. When she's on the ground, she throws a kick at him. Not one person bitched about it. Now you want to run your mouths? Because I'll call you on it right here. Go watch H2O. When she's on the ground, she throws a kick at him. Now, when you look at other characters or other actors with this role, is Busta Rhymes' character, is he well built? Is his background well built? Well, here's what we know about Freddie Harris, okay? We know he's in the entertainment industry. And we know his name's Freddie Harris. That's all we really know about the guy. I mean, you know less about him than you do Michael Audrey Myers. You know who Michael Myers is and you know what he does. That's pretty much Freddie Harris. You know who he is and you know what he does. That's it. You know his name and you know what he does. That's it. Other than that, he's pretty much a blank slate. So you could fill in that blank slate of whatever you wanted him to do. I said LL Cool J. What if it were Denzel Washington? And this is going to be my last what if with an actor. What if Denzel Washington had taken the role of Freddie Harris and did it the exact same way Busta Rhymes did it? I don't foresee anybody having a problem with it. And that's just me. That's my opinion of this. I think this comes down to too many people put too much emphasis as he's a rapper. He's a rapper. All I see or hear when he speaks is rapper. I can't get into the character. And here's the thing. Take a step back and actually look at his character and listen to what he's saying prior to getting into that house, prior to that martial arts sequence. There's more there than you think. He is in it for the money initially, and I agree with that hands down, that he is in it for the money initially, and for the fame. But as this story's going along, and then he comes to the realization Michael has killed everybody, that's where that character is put over, because here's a character who could have ran, but he comes back. So, again, I think if that's Denzel Washington, if that's Sam Jackson, if that's LL Cool J, I don't think anyone's going to have a problem with them doing it the exact same way Busta Rhymes did it. As far as what I would have done from a background standpoint, there's a scene in the hotel room in Freddie Harris's hotel room, Busta Rhymes' character, where Busta Rhymes' character, Freddie Harris, is watching a martial arts movie. I would have left the martial arts movie, but I would have had him sit Sarah Moyer down and explain to Sarah Moyer, you know, Sarah, all my life I wanted to be one thing, a winner. And I took martial arts classes and started competing in tournaments because I wanted to win. And I won first place in most of them, all but one. And he pulls out a second place trophy where one tournament he won second place. He did not win. And it drove him nuts to be second to somebody. Because any competitor, what do competitors not like to do? They hate to lose. And that's who Freddie Harris is. He doesn't like to lose to anyone. To the world, to Michael Audrey Myers. Did he back down from Michael Myers? Did he want to lose to him? And you can go see that too. When he's fighting him, he is not just fighting for survival. He is fighting to win. And go watch Halloween Resurrection. I think if they would have placed that little tidbit in there, what I just mentioned, a lot more people would have connected with this character. But sadly, too many people want to take shots at Busta Rhymes and take shots at his character. And what I find interesting is Bloody Disgusting a while back ago had reported was a fan petition. I don't know if it's still up or not, and I didn't bother to look prior to doing this video. Some people want to hear him speak, some people don't. I do. And here's why. What I just said. Everybody wants to sit there and take shots at this guy. He was there. He was there. None of us. He deserves to speak his piece on that character. Because he played him and no one else played him. No matter what this video. You know, it's just a what if scenario. It's just that's all it is. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you probably tomorrow because I'll be doing my last video for December.